Hey everyone, today I'm going to be teaching you how to play Ed Sheeran's Photograph. Now if you want to hear me play the full song, head to the link in the description box. It's a fairly easy song to play and I hope I can teach you how to play it. So let's start. I'm going to show you how to play the introduction and then I'm going to play the introduction and then I'm going to show you how to play it. Okay, so the song starts like this. Alright, so now let me show you how to play the right hand for the introduction. Now as you heard me play it, and that is basically E, and then you go on a higher E, D sharp, then you go back to E, and then you go to B, A, D sharp, and that's how you play it. Again, you start with the lower E, then you go higher E, then you have D sharp, then E, and then B, A, G sharp. Now, this is gonna repeat itself, but the only thing that's gonna be changing is the left hand. Okay, now let me show you how to play the left hand for the introduction. The left hand basically goes like this. The left hand for the introduction is the same as the left hand for the first verse. So basically it's E and B. Then you have C sharp, G sharp, and B sharp. Then you have B, F sharp, and B. And then you have A, E, and A. Now, as you can see in the introduction, I kept repeating them, but if you like to play it one time, if you can't repeat it, it's fine, but I usually repeat it 4 times. So basically, it's E and B 4 times. Then C sharp, G sharp, and B 4 times as well. Then you go to B, F sharp, B 4 times as well. And then you count A, E, and A 4 times as well. So I'm gonna play it again. It sounds like this. Alright, now I'm going to teach you how to play the right hand and the left hand together for the introduction. Now, you can play it like this. It sounds like this. So what I'm doing is basically, when I press E on the right hand, I press E and B on the left hand. And I repeat it again. The rhythm I'm following. So whenever I press E, there is E and B following it on the left hand and also repeating it twice. So can just press E and B whenever you press E. So it's still a beginner, which is still fine. It still sounds good. Alright, now afterward, when I press the E again, I press C sharp, G sharp, and B in the left hand. So, sorry. Same case as the beginning. So when I press, every time I press E, I press C, G sharp, C sharp, G sharp, and B. I'm repeating 4 times. If you can't do it, it still sounds good if you just repeat it every time you press E. So it's but it's better if you just repeat it twice. So it's okay. And then again, when I press E here, it's the key for me to press B, F sharp, and B on the left hand side. Again. And then when I press E again, it's my key to press A, E, A again. So it's now A, E, A, you repeat it 3 times. So it's E on the right hand and press A, E, A for the last time together. I'll show you one more time in slow motion. E on the right hand, A chord on the left hand. And that's it. You're done with the introduction. Well done. Alright, and now I'm going to teach you how to play the right hand for the first verse. And it basically sounds like this. That's basically G sharp twice, then F sharp, and then G sharp. Loving can hurt, and loving can hurt sometimes, and that will be G hurt sometimes, and that's double G, G sharp, G sharp, F sharp, G sharp, E, E. Sorry about that. And then, but it's the only thing, and that's twice E, 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 F sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, that I know, and that's A, G sharp, E. And then when he says, when it gets hard, and that's, and basically all I'm adding is the F sharp and the E. So G, G, F sharp, G, F sharp, G, F sharp, F sharp, G sharp, F sharp, hard, F sharp, A. Then you repeat it again. You know it can get hard, and that'll be sometimes E, E, G sharp, G sharp, F sharp, D sharp. Sometimes E, E, F sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, and then you go A, G sharp, F sharp, feel E. Alive basically you can do this, and that's E, F sharp, and G, G sharp. Or you can just press G sharp. Or if you want to do it, you press E, F sharp, and G sharp. Okay, so one more time. Alright, so the left hand for the first verse is exactly the same as the introduction. So you have E and B 4 times. Then you have C sharp, G sharp, and B. Then you have B, F sharp, and B. And then A. A, E, A. Complicated, but I'll give you a way to play them both together easily. Alright, and now I'm going to teach you how to play both the right hand and the left hand for the first verse. Now, there is this one key here that whenever we play the left hand, we play it 3 times. The 4th time, we change the chord on the right hand. So basically, it sounds like this. 4th time, I change. So, when we first start, we start without any left hand. So we have lovin' can hurt, and then you start playing the A and B. 1, 2, 3, and then when you wanna continue, you press left hand one more time while you press G on the right hand. So I'll play it again. 1, 2, 3. Loving can hurt sometimes. 1, 2, 3. 4th time. Okay, so to give you the point, basically you start with lovin' can hurt. 1, 2, 3, and then once you press the 4th chord, 4th time, you press G sharp on the left hand, and then you directly change to C sharp, G sharp, and B. Times, then but it's only. So once I press E again, I press C sharp, G sharp, and B. So when I press D sharp, I press B, F sharp, and B. Play it 4 times, and then I go to E. E, I press it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Then I start again with A as well. So when I press G sharp here, I press A as well. I'll show you one more time. We don't play left hand at the beginning. In the beginning of the song, lovin' can hurt, for the first verse, we just press lovin' can. When I press G sharp is our first key. When I press G sharp, E and B start. 1, 2, 3. 4th time. So 1, 2, 3, loving can hurt. Then we change to C sharp, G sharp, and B. 3 times. Then E one more time. So when I press D sharp, I have B, F sharp, and B on the left hand. Then when I finish adding no, I press E. But again, the first time I press A on the left hand, I press G again to repeat the first verse. 2, 3. 2, 3. Press the on. Then F sharp. There is an easier way to it. If you can't press them with the rhythm, you can just press E and B first. And all I'm doing basically is loving can hurt, then E and B. Nothing else. And then I go loving can hurt, and then I go C. Again, when I press G sharp, I press C, G sharp, and B on the left hand. When I press D sharp, I press B, A, F sharp, and B. And then after I finish everything, I press E. Gets hard. When I go back to G sharp, I press C sharp, G sharp, and B. Sometimes. Then I press D sharp, I press B, F sharp, and B on the left hand. And then I finish it with A. So that is basically the core of it, but if you learn it well, you can start repeating it comfortably. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and hurt. Sometimes 2, 3, but it's and then 1, 2. Okay, so that's it. That's how you play the right hand and the left hand together.